Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Danny Man Talks Wrestling with me, your host, Danny Man. With WrestlePalooza now in the books and behind us, what does WWE have cooked up for us at Crown Jewel in Perth, Australia? Will it be as bad as WrestlePalooza? God, I hope not. Let's talk about it. First off, we got confirmation at WrestlePalooza for two matches that are going to happen in Australia. I guess we don't know exactly what the matches are going to look like, but they are the matches for the Crown Jewel titles, right? So it'll be champion versus champion, men's champion versus men's champion, women's champion versus women's champion. So as of right now, as of this moment, on the men's side, we have Cody Rhodes, the WWE Undisputed Champion, versus our WWE Heavyweight Champion, Seth freaking Rollins. This match, if this is the match which I can pretty much guarantee that this is going to be our match for Crown Jewel, this match will be amazing. And I think that Seth Rollins needs to win this. I think that as the heel of the company, if this is the match that they put on, it has to go to Seth Rollins to kind of establish him as that heel, especially coming off from that loss with CM Punk and AJ Lee. Like I said, I don't foresee anything changing between now and then. So yeah, I'm excited for that match, even though it's kind of for nothing. It's kind of, it's canon, but it's not canon. It's still, I'm here for it. It's an exciting match. I don't know. Maybe Drew McIntyre interferes again, costing Cody that match in some way, right? But I feel like Seth Rollins definitely has to take it home. So my pick for that match is going to be Seth Rollins. And on the women's side, as of right now, it'll be Stephanie Vaquer against Tiffany Stratton. Now, Tiffy does have that triple threat match on SmackDown against Nia Jax and why am I forgetting her name? Against Nia Jax and Jade Cargill. I honestly don't know how that triple threat match is going to go. I feel like they want to put the championship on Jade, but Jade versus Stephanie, not really what I want. I don't know. This is a video predicting what these matches are going to look like in Crown Jewel. So my prediction is actually going to be Jade. It's going to be Jade against Stephanie. I feel like Stephanie can make anyone look good. So hopefully that carries on to Jade, who has improved a lot, by the way. So this is not me putting Jade down in any way. Her in-ring ability has gotten so much better in such a short period of time. So kudos to her. But I think it's going to be Jade against Stephanie in Australia. As to who I think is going to win that match, if that is the match that we end up getting, I think regardless whether it's Tiffy. Actually, no. I think if it's Tiffy and Stephanie Vaquer, then Tiffy takes it home. But if it is someone like Jade or Nia, I feel like it's going to be Stephanie Vaquer's win for that Crown Jewel Women's Championship. Another match that's all but confirmed is John Cena versus Brock Lesnar. Right? The reason that you squash John Cena like that at WrestlePalooza is because he needs to, pull himself back up and take care of this beast that's been haunting him his whole career, right? That's kind of the story that they're trying to tell here. There are no appearances between now and Crown Jewel, but there is a confirmed appearance by John Cena at Crown Jewel. So, you don't need to build a new story, right? The story's already been built. He's the monster that John Cena just hasn't been able to conquer in his career. So I feel like as we lead up to Crown Jewel, I feel like Brock might make an appearance or two between now and then and set that match up. Maybe, through social media or something, John Cena sets that match up. But I feel like that's the match that we're getting at Crown Jewel. We're going to run it back between John Cena and Brock Lesnar. Hopefully this time the match won't be as terrible as it was at WrestlePalooza, and hopefully John Cena gets the win this time. I feel like John Cena has to get the win because I don't want to see another match after that with Brock Lesnar, right? I feel like let's get that out of the way. Let's have John Cena win this time, and let's make the next 2 or 3 matches that he has left, let's make those count. I feel like because it's Australia, WWE loves putting in Australians at these shows, which is great. I'm totally on board with that. I love it. They do it kind of everywhere they go, right? They put in the wrestlers from that country wrestle at that show, which I'm here for it. Great, good for them. And I feel like this is where Bronson Reed comes into play, right? So if Bronson Reed is definitely going to be on the show. He wasn't at the last Australia show because he was having a baby, so he's definitely has to be in this one. So I feel like this is it. This is where Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker go after the tag team champions. Again, go after the tag team championship against the Judgment Day in Australia. But I don't think it's just a simple, one-on-one tag team match. I feel like it's going to be a triple threat match between the Judgment Day, Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, and the New Day, but not Kofi Kingston and Woods. There's that storyline about Woods being hurt. I don't know if it's true or not. But so I feel like it's gonna be Grayson Waller and Kofi Kingston representing the New Day against Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed versus the Judgment Day. I think this match would be great. This is what I want. I want this match. We all want the Vision to walk away with the champions, right? Like, there is no better heel than a heel covered in gold. So let's do it. Let's book it. Let's book it, Triple H. Yeah, I mean, I don't see them doing anything else with the Vision. I don't want them to run it back against the Usos. I don't care about that anymore. I feel like they're gonna do. They probably will run it back in Monday Night Raw and that kind of stuff. But I don't want to see this at our next PLE. It's done. Whatever. Let's move on. I feel like they have to go after the tag team championships. I feel like this is also their way of putting Grayson Waller into the show. Like I said, right, another fellow Australian, and we get all of them in the match. We get both of them in the match together, and the Vision, Braun, they walk away with the championships. I think one person that absolutely has to be at the show, it's in Australia, right, at Crown Jewel. Rhea Ripley has to be in the show in some way or another. Now, they don't have anything going on for Rhea right now. There is like the weird dynamic between her and Kabuki Warriors and Io Sky. So my prediction for Australia is going to be a tag team match between Rhea Ripley and Io Sky versus the Kabuki Warriors, Kairi Sane, and Asuka. And I think because it's Rhea Ripley, because it's Australia, I think they'll give Rhea Ripley and Io Sky the win. Yeah, I mean, they're not really setting anything else up for Rhea. I can't, again, the champion is busy with the other champions, so it's not like she's going to wrestle Stephanie Vaquer for that moment in Australia. I think Becky Lynch will be busy. More on that in a sec. So yeah, I think that it's just going to be a simple tag team match between Io and Rhea against the Kabuki Warriors. And I don't see, there's nothing bad about that sentence, right? Like, that's going to be an entertaining match. I hope that that's what they do. Rhea Ripley's definitely going to be on the show in somehow, some way. And I feel like this is how they're going to put her in it. Like I mentioned earlier, Becky Lynch is going to be busy at Crown Jewel. And I think that she's going to be busy with AJ Lee. I think this is the match where AJ Lee goes after that Intercontinental Championship. I think her making Becky tap out at WrestlePalooza gives her, it gives her the right to challenge her for the Intercontinental Championship. Yeah, she's only been back for one match, but she tapped out the Intercontinental Championship, the Intercontinental Champion. And I feel like that justifies her challenging for the championship. And I feel like at Crown Jewel in Australia, it's going to be AJ Lee against Becky Lynch for the Intercontinental Championship. And I feel like AJ Lee needs to win it. I feel like, why not, right? Let's do it. Let's put the title on her. Let's see her defend against this women division. Becky has done a lot for this championship. And I've loved her as a champion. But why not? Let's put it on AJ Lee. Let's see what happens. All right, finishing it off, I have the Wyatt Six versus the Street Profits for the WWE Tag Team Championship. The SmackDown Championships, whatever those ones are, those tag teams. But I have the Wyatt Six against the Street Profits, and I feel like this might be where Bo Dallas, Uncle Howdy kind of keeps, drives that wedge between the Profits to kind of split them up. We've been seeing teases of that happening. And then, on SmackDown, Montez Ford did say, like, oh, I'm going to Nick Aldis so we can set up our rematch against the Wyatts. And I feel like that is going to happen. I feel like it's going to happen at Crown Jewel. But I feel like it'll be a great match. I do feel like the Wyatts go home with the championship. They retain. But I feel like something happens to kind of, further that wedge between the Profits. This might be the match that opens the night. I don't know. I know I'm giving you guys 7 matches instead of Triple H's usual 5 for these PLEs. I feel like WWE needs to do something to make up for WrestlePalooza. We were all expecting so much at WrestlePalooza. And honestly, it just didn't deliver. So I feel like this next PLE really needs to bring it home. It really needs to do something to make us go, all right, we're in with this ESPN era. And those are my 7 matches for WWE's Crown Jewel in Perth, Australia. I don't know. What do you think? Did I get it right? Did I get it wrong? What am I forgetting about? I'm sure there's some sort of story here that I'm forgetting about for a PLE. I kind of thought about maybe they include a match for the women's tag team championship. But I don't. Again, there's not really a huge developing story there. The Secrets Hervis have gotten beaten time and time again. That story's gone. I don't know. You tell me. Let me know in the comments what you think will happen. Let me know what you want to happen. The WWE definitely needs to make up for whatever that was at WrestlePalooza with this next PLE, and I feel like Triple H is going to deliver for this one. I've been giving that man too much grace recently, but please don't let me down, Triple H. Not this time. Anyway, thank you guys so much for checking out this video again. Peace.